A teenager is fighting for life this morning after being hit by a car in Madison. It happened on Old Hickory Boulevard, not far from Stratton Elementary School. We're told the teen was critically injured. OHB reduced to just 2 lanes while crash scene investigators gather evidence from that scene. And in Montgomery County, they're cleaning up after the discovery of 2 meth labs just hours apart. The first was at Meadow Motel in Madison, on Madison Street. When Clarksville arrived, they took the suspected meth cook, took off running, and he was later arrested. Firefighters had to extinguish a lab that had exploded, and then a few hours later, another lab exploded inside an apartment complex on Southampton Place. It triggered the sprinkler system and flooded the place. The entire building was evacuated.
And Amy, a missing persons case is now a homicide case. 80-year-old Bobby J. Dozier, pictured right here out of Clarksville, was seen last Sunday for the last time. Investigators in Henry County began looking for him that day. After searching for a couple of days, they found Dozier's body along the Old Tennessee Trail, as it's called. In addition to living in Clarksville, he also owned a cabin up in Callaway County, Kentucky. Authorities say they have several leads. Dozier's body is being taken to the medical examiner's office in Nashville. Well, the man behind the 1989 murder on Music Row has died. 67-year-old Richard D'Antonio died last week at the Lois DeBerry Special Needs Facility. He was serving a life sentence there for killing 23-year-old Kevin Hughes outside of a Music Row recording studio. Prosecutors argued that Hughes was killed because he was trying to clean up a crooked record business. He was the music researcher for the old Cashbox magazine at the time of his death.
There has been yet another NFL domestic violence arrest. Running back Jonathan Dwyers on the Arizona Cardinals was arrested yesterday and charged with domestic violence and aggravated assault. He joins a list of players in the hot seat, including Vikings Adrian Peterson and Panthers Greg Hardy. Also, today is Carbon Monoxide Awareness Day in Middle Tennessee. 3 years ago, 5 people died of carbon monoxide poisoning while in their RV at the Clarksville Speedway. Our Deja Knight joined us live in one of our own live trucks that's equipped with a carbon monoxide detector, and similar to the tragedy that happened that we were talking about the deaths, because you all use a generator there, and of course they were using a generator when obviously that tragedy happened.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Amy. And we're told when that tragedy happened that their generator wasn't hooked up properly, and that is what caused the carbon monoxide poisoning. Out of all the equipment that we have here inside of this live truck, probably the most important thing that we could have, this tiny little white box that is our carbon monoxide detector. We use this every single day to make sure that we are safe when we are out reporting. And you can use these same kinds of detectors in your home to keep you and your family safe. The first thing you need to do, go by your Home Depot, by your Lowe's, any of your local stores that carry carbon monoxide detectors, and put them in your home. Put them on every level of your home, close to the rooms where you are sleeping. That's the most important. Now, an alarm, of course, will sound if there is any carbon monoxide, and the best for best protection, can interconnect all of those CO alarms throughout the home. That way, when one sounds, they all sound. So if it does sound, immediately move to a fresh air location outdoors or by an open window. Make sure everyone inside your home or your RV, wherever you are, is accounted for. And just like your smoke detectors, make sure you check your CO detectors on a regular basis. They recommend at least once a month to do that. All you have to do, we'll show you here on the screen, is press the little button that says test. Do that every once in a while. Like we said, once a month, a beep will go off to let you know that it is working correctly. And if it does start beeping without pressing that, well, you know either 2 things, carbon monoxide or your battery is going dead and you need to replace it. These are just some simple things that you can do heading into these cooler months when a lot of people are going to be using their furnaces and other ways to stay warm. So make sure you do those things to keep you and your family safe. Steve, Amy, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Deja, good advice. Thank you very much. Some sad news now from the Grand Ole Opry. A longtime member, George Hamilton IV, has passed away. He died yesterday at a Nashville hospital following that heart attack he had over the weekend that we reported on. Hamilton was known as the international ambassador of country music. He was an opera star for more than 50 years and best known for his early 1960s hit, Abilene. George Hamilton IV was 77 years old.
And several musicians are waking up this morning with a new award on the mantle.
Yeah, I'm proud to be a coal miner's daughter.
Gotta love Miss Loretta Lynn. She was one of the legends honored at last night's Americana Music Awards and honor show at the Ryman. She received a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Well, I said, "You're kidding me." And they said, "No, you got it." And I said, "Well, fantastic." So I'll take my award tonight and I'll put it in my museum at home. I have a museum, so if you ever come to Hurricane Mills, Tennessee, you can see it.
All right, I'd love to. The awards are just the beginning. Nashville playing host to the Americana Music Festival through Sunday with more than 165 performances in several different venues.
Great stuff.
Yeah, sounds good. And they're going to be going all through Sundays.
I think we need to go to Hurricane Mills and say hi to Loretta in person.
I do too.
That'd
And
be awesome.
she just needs to tell us what we need to bring.
Exactly.
You know, what side? We'll bring a side for some fixins.
Baked beans.
Yeah, okay.
Got the recipe on Talk of the Town yesterday.